Didn't she murder somebody? Is the opening sentence to my EastEnders fanfic that I wrote in September 2009. I randomly came across this online when I was looking for something, and I read it and thought, what is that? And I think the reason that I wanted to read it out in this video is because people are always saying, Amy, you should write fanfic. And I think this will tell you exactly why I don't write fanfic. So this is just a bit of fun, don't take this seriously. Please do not take this an example of what my writing is like just now. But this will also tell you where my head was at in 2009 before I started YouTubing and what my main obsession was. I will also link this below in the comments if you wish to read along, and I may put it on screen as well, we'll see. Didn't she murder somebody? Roxy was sitting opposite Ronnie at the kitchen table in the Mitchells. Still reasonably early, her hair was in a disarray. Unlike her sister, Ronnie's hair was freshly styled and she was dressed in black, hugging her slim figure. She was framed for it. Apparently she went mental and dug up the body. Ronnie ran her fingers through her blonde hair and took a sip from her coffee. Ugh, that's disgusting. How long is she staying here for anyway? It's crowded as it is. Just as Roxy finished speaking, Peggy rushed into the kitchen with shopping bags bursting at the seams, relieving their weight on the kitchen worktop. Ronnie stared at the shopping bags. Morning, Auntie Peg. You've been to the shops already? She was baffled by Peggy's enthusiasm for the minute mark. Peggy put a packet of biscuits in the cupboard. Well, I had to get things in now, didn't I? With Sam arriving, we couldn't have the cupboards bare. Roxy rolled her eyes away from Peggy. But we can starve, that's fine, she muttered under her breath. In return, Ronnie shot her a glance. They are interrupted as Ben came into the kitchen. Oh, morning, Ben, Peggy said with delight. Morning, Gran. How long will Auntie Sam be here for? Peggy stopped unpacking and turned to Ben. Oh, I don't know, love. Hopefully a while. Roxy and Ronnie exchanged glances at a while. Neither of them were keen on Sam staying any longer than a night. Why? I was just wondering. She's really cool. Roxy shot up from her seat, unable to stand all this praise for Sam any longer. Right, come on, Ben. Hadn't you better be getting to school? You don't want to be late for your first day back. Okay, Ben moaned. Bye, Gran. Bye, Ronnie. Roxy ushered Ben out of the kitchen, leaving Peggy and Ronnie alone. Ronnie was itching to question Peggy as she watched her place the final items in the kitchen cupboard. After hesitation, she finally found the courage. Auntie Peg? Yes, dear? Look, we don't want to sound out of order, but me and Roxy were just wondering, is Sam in any sort of trouble? Peggy sat down at the table where Roxy had been sitting, in disbelief at what she had just heard. No, why would you think that? It's just, she's been away for so long, and then she just turns up out of nowhere. It just seems a bit suspicious, that's all. Ronnie began to ever regret bringing Sam back up in conversation. Ronnie, she's your cousin. I'm her mother. Of course she can just turn up. She doesn't need a reason to come back to her home, does she? Peggy had always stuck up for her daughter, and this was no different. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Auntie Peg. Ronnie was genuinely sorry for upsetting Peggy, but somehow she still wasn't convinced that Sam was back simply to see her beloved family. Anyway, I better go and see how she's doing. Peggy left the kitchen to see Sam in the living room, leaving Ronnie staring into space. Out of the corner of her eye, she caught a glimpse of Sam's handbag sitting on the worktop. Uncontrollably, Ronnie found herself slowly walking towards the bag, her eyes fixed on the object. When she reached it, she found that it had been left wide open. All sense of morality flooded out of her as she leaned forward to look into the bag. It was then that she spotted a padded envelope poking out from underneath Sam's purse. Pulling it out, Ronnie was surprised at the weight of the envelope. Straight away she could tell that it was more than a simple letter to a pen friend. Gingerly, she opened the top of its unsealable envelope and pulled out its contents. Filled with disbelief, Ronnie stood holding a bundle of notes. At a glance, she guessed it mounted up to about £10,000. What are you doing? Sam stood at the kitchen doorway, horrified at the sight before her. As Ronnie turned round in shock, she dropped the wad and it scattered all over the floor. To be continued. That was delightful. I think the most cringe-worthy thing was it was more than a simple letter to a pen friend. That's a bit awkward. Yes, back then I was completely obsessed with EastEnders. I was obsessed with EastEnders for about 6 or 7 years, maybe slightly longer. And I kind of remember writing that. Some bits of it I'm like, what is that all about? But yes, I absolutely adored the Mitchells, and yeah, I'm sorry for bringing that into your life. However, thank you for watching this video. I hope that wasn't too painful. If you have any fanfic, by all means let me know. I'd love to read it and see how other people tackle subjects. But thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.